I'm Tony. Welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, special welcome to you. Today I'm going to be ranking all of the palettes that I got so far this year. And I know that sounds really dramatic, but I haven't been buying that much this year, so it's not as bad as you might think. I have 18 palettes, I think. Like, I went through my palettes pretty darn good, and I went back through videos and stuff. I'm 99% sure these are the palettes that I bought this year. So let's start at number 18. Last up, this is the KVD Moon Garden palette. It is a pretty palette, and you can do some pretty looks with it. It just, out of everything, this has the least amount of interest for me. Sorry, KVD. Next up, I have the Icy palette. If I didn't say so, these palettes may not have come out in 2023, but I got them in 2023. Just so you guys are, aware. This is the Icy palette, the cherry one. And I haven't used it a ton because I realized I don't like red eyeshadow on me for some reason. That is not this palette's fault. This palette actually performs really good, but I just don't like the red. So I couldn't put it last, but then again, like, I couldn't put it up really high because I really don't use it all like that. Now, I feel bad about this one, but there's nothing I can do about it. This is the Resurgence palette by Heather Austin and Unearthly. And it's an interesting palette. It has a different color story. I don't know if I've tapped into everything this has to offer or what, but I'm just not here for it. Like, I was totally here for it when it went on sale, and I was like, yes, I want this. And then when I got it, it was just really lackluster. I hate to say that, but it's true. Anyway, next up, I have this. This is the It's Belle Cool Summer palette, and this one probably has the most use out of any of the ones so far. But I don't like the fact that the corresponding, like, there are mattes in here. For every matte, there's a shimmer, but they don't correspond to each other. Not like you would think they should. And I thought they were going to. So it didn't quite work out the way that I wanted it to. And these are actually shifty shades too, so they can shift one way in certain light and one way in other light. So it's kind of whatever. It's an alright palette. I don't know. Next up, I got the Genuine Gems palette from Simply Posh, and this brand is on the right track. Honestly, I use this a lot. They had some duochromes and things in here. Their duochrome formula was really nice. I liked that they had two corresponding shades for each of the shifty or like shiny sparkly shades. This was a decent palette. It just had to fall somewhere, and this is where it fell. Okay, this is up next, and maybe no shade to this palette, but I just got it. I have it on my eyes right now, but I've only used it 3 times, and you can't put like the best thoughts on a palette that you've only used 3 times, but I really do like this palette a lot. I've made 2 really cool looks with it, and then one that I was really tired when I made it, and it looked a little funny, but that's okay. I actually used one look where I used this chartreuse, and then I used this brown and this color, and it turned out so freaking cool. I loved it. Okay, up next we have the Cosmic Brushes Serenity palette, and this is another one. I just haven't had that much time or oomph to play with it. Now, I want to, but I just haven't had that much time and everything. Like, I've got a lot of these recently, and I had the fire a few weeks ago, and I haven't had filming space. Before that, I was helping family members with, you know, after surgery things and stuff like that. This is another one that's new to me, so it's kind of in a weird place on the list, I think. But I've done 3 looks with this palette. Also, I try not to put anything in a video that I don't do at least 3 looks with. This is the Royal Europe palette by Nomad. I don't like the duo or the multi-chromes in this. The mattes are fire. Really, they are. And you don't usually hear me talk about mattes at all because I love my sparkly stuff, but the mattes are amazing. I don't know about the multi-chromes in this one. That's why it falls kind of where it does. And then in the 10th spot, we get to the Peaches and Dreams palette. And this, I've had to press this purple twice already because I don't remember if it came broken or if it just broke right after I got it. One of the two. And then it broke again. So I had to press this twice. And then I don't like the fact that there is no pink in here. There's 2 orangey shades, but there's no pink. There's like a pink shimmer, and then you have a shade that matches everything else, but there's no pink. I don't know. Just my thought. Next up, I have a random mix of Odin's Eye singles. This is multi-chromes, duochromes, and shimmers. So it's a little bit of everything, but I just wanted to grab it out because it was something that I got this year. Love these shadows. They are so sparkly and so beautiful and so shifty and nice and just amazing, but they had to go somewhere, and this is basically a companion thing for me. I have to pull something else because, like, I can do an all shimmer look, but it's not going to be with these. Like, I just don't have the right ones, I guess. Okay, so the next one is the Warrior palette by Sugar Drizzle. I have found a love for this palette. I really, really have. That's why it's falling where it is. And honestly, I could probably put it higher, but I was just really confused about what's in it, or what's in everything, and how many times I've used everything and things like that. But this is an amazing palette. This yellow, this green, and then these blues, all of them go over this black. So freaking amazing. And they make the most amazing colors. They really do. My eye is watering like crazy. I'm really, really sorry about that. Anyway, I really like this palette. It had to fall somewhere, so it fell here. Next up, this is at number 7, I believe. This is the Surge palette by Blend Bunny. This is what it looks like. I love this palette. I really do. But at the end of the day, it's a rainbow palette. So, but it's a rainbow palette that has neons in it. It's a rainbow palette that has shimmers in it. It's a rainbow palette that has like grungy shades in it. It's a rainbow palette that has like pastels in it. So like it would have done way better than any other rainbow palette. Glad that I bought that, and very happy that I have it in my collection. This is the Moonfall palette from Shroud Cosmetics. This, it's a little dirty, but this is what this looks like. love this. I think the matte formula is decent. I love the shimmers in this. They are the stars of the show. Seriously. Um, they go with the mattes pretty well, and they are just totally worth it. And these colors will actually go over this really, really, really dark blue. Really, really pretty. All 4 of the shimmers will go over that really pretty. Next up, we have the Delicious Delights palette from Cosmic Brushes. And this has gotten a little more use than the Serenity palette. That's because I think the color story is a little more cohesive, and it has looks already set out in the palette. And you have to work a little harder in the Serenity palette, and I just haven't had time for that. But I would like to have time for that. You know what I mean? I really want to have fun with that palette. I just think this one falls higher up on the list. And I'd like to get their other palette if I get a chance. I just heard that they were closing down. This palette is actually, if it's still available right now, it's $12. So if you don't have it and you want it, go check and see if it's still available. This is what the palette looks like. It is beautiful. The color story is absolutely beautiful. The glitter in here is a treat to work with, considering I'm not huge on glitter. I like everything with this palette. I don't have a lot to complain about. There's a black that you can do some really cool looks if you put the shimmers over top of it. I like this palette a lot. Not much else to say about it. Next up, we're gonna go with the Heather Austin palette. Now this is a disaster. I like this palette, can you tell? It's a really, really beautiful palette. This is the Heather Austin palette with Adept Cosmetics. I like their formulas. There's a couple different ones in this, but I do like the formulas. I'm not big on every color in here, but it makes such beautiful looks. It really does. And I need to get some tape and clean this up. But yeah. Next up, we have the Gourmand Girls and Blend Bunny Nightshade palette. I absolutely love this palette. I love it for it being so different. It is so different than anything I have in my collection. And my collection is huge right now. I need to do a declutter pretty bad. So anyway, I just love this palette. I really do. And as long as I use my Alamar sticky primer base, I'm good to go with the shimmers in here. Some of these flaky shades can be a bit creasy, but not too bad. I like this palette. But I like this one better. This is the Gourmand Girls Spooked palette, and I've used this 3 times also. Love this palette. Wish I would have got it last year because I would have been able to enjoy it this whole time, but that's okay. I have it now, and it will not go to waste for, you know, the next year or whatever. And I will definitely put it to good use. And this, you also, I didn't just figure out that you can take a black and put shifty shades on top of it, and it looks just really cool. But I've rediscovered it, and it's absolutely amazing. So yeah, I really, really like the Spook palette. And then last up, this is a new palette also. Not new to the game, new to me. This is the Ninhydrin palette from Adept Cosmetics. It looks like this. I haven't used a ton in here. Used this for 3 looks, and that's about it. I use this palette. Let me tell you, there's a reason why this is at number 1. I love sparkly shifty shades. There are 10 of them in here, and they're all special and beautiful, and I love them. But I did a look with this like a week and a half ago or so, and I set a timer on my phone for an hour later to do a wear check and just see like what it looked like on my eyes. Then I fell asleep, and I woke up at 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the morning, and I had slept for a couple hours, and my eyes were still perfect. Now, should I give it up to my glitter glue or my glitter glue or the palette? I don't know, but either way, I am absolutely amazed. And the colors in there are just amazing. So anyway, I'm gonna get ready to get going. If you guys like countdown videos like this, definitely give me a thumbs up. I love doing videos like this. I just don't have a chance to do them too often. If you guys like makeup videos and nail videos, definitely think about subscribing to my channel. If you're not, I would love it if you did. And yeah, that's about it. Don't forget to hit the notification bell if you want to be notified if you subscribe. And I will talk to you guys later. I love you all and appreciate each and every one of you. Wherever you guys are, whatever time of day it is, I hope you're having a great one. All right, guys. Bye.